Hey, this is Sam Black with my first match with 5-color mid-range and standard. I'm on the draw and I have a... there we go. I have a slightly questionable hand. It's pretty questionable, but it does let me play the right lands in the right order, and if this Jace lives, it's pretty good. It flips the Jace fast, which might not be desirable with this hand, because I don't get to loot away enough of these lands. This is the kind of hand that I keep too often, I think, and I'm going to mulligan it. This is probably very slightly worse, but I get a scry, and I don't want to go to 5. I'll put this on the bottom. So this is a hand where I don't get to follow the scripted order for my land sequencing, but it should be fine. Enough lands with enough colors that I should be able to cast my spells. Neither of these hands are very good against Turnland Swiftspear. I'm going to lead Prairie Stream so that I can play the Jace. Do not think that I will live this game. I think that I will lose pretty quickly. I do want to be fetching lands so that I can cast my Murderous Cut. So I'm going to play the Bloodstained Mire, and I guess I should fetch a Mountain. Fetching Mountain means that I can't Murderous Cut next turn. I guess I could if I fetch a Swamp. Turns off my ability to Mantis Rider if I draw one, but I guess that's fine. I'll get a Swamp. I think it's important to be guaranteed to be able to cast something next turn, so it's worth getting the Murderous Cut. Oh, I can't fetch a basic with that. If I fetch a tapped land, alright, it's still fine. Probably should have played the planes so that I could have more cards in my graveyard, but it's actually likely more important to be looting than flipping the Jace anyway. Block one of these and see where we're at. I think it's probably better to just take the damage than cast something and risk a pump spell here. Let's see. I guess I'll discard. I can't find red with this land, and I can't find white. This land is really awkward. I can't find plains is what I meant when I said I can't find white. I am going to Murderous Cut one of these. If I draw a Siege Rhino, I might have a chance here. If my opponent's hand is bad and I have Siege Rhino, I could see winning this. I'd need more good stuff and for my opponent to not draw anything, but it's something. That was not good. Can block one and utter end and go to 2. I feel like the only way I can actually win this game is if I cast Siege Rhino this turn, so I'm just going to activate Jace. And then I'm just going to concede. Alright, the good news is that I get to bring in some good cards and cut some bad cards. So I'm going to cut my stuff that's way too expensive, bring in cheap interactive cards, not self-inflicted wound, cleric, surge. There's 1 mastery in, that seems fine. I think Den Protector is better than another mastery. Oh, I want Dispel. I think I want 1 mastery. I'm going to cut a Den Protector. Well, do have cheap removal to get back. No, I think Den Protector is the cut. This looks pretty good. Yeah. Sequencing these lands is a little awkward. I need to use the polluted delta to find white. So I guess I polluted delta for this Prairie Stream first. Then I can play Mountain and then Bloodstained Mire to cast Crackling Doom. The Mantis Rider's slow if I go that way, but I can also, depending on what happens before then, just play Sunken Hollow and then play Mountain on turn 3 and then be able to cast Mantis Rider. Definitely want untapped mana this turn. I think I'm going to use the Surge because it's mana efficient. So there's no way that I can Mantis Rider this turn. So I'll just play the Swamp and pass. And And I'm willing to take 2 here if my opponent doesn't play a spell, so that I can Crackling Doom something good. Alright, that was a good draw. I think I'm comfortable just passing. I'll block the Abbot to make my opponent act, because I want to be responding here. Tarkus command, I will respond. Fiery Impulse. And I guess that was an argument against blocking the Abbot, because now I don't get to be killing a goblin. Seems... Alright, my opponent is not dead, but he is extremely unlikely to win. Alright, that went much better. I think the Hooting Mandrills mean that I want Valorous Stance over Master the Unseen, and makes a case for Self-Inflicted Wound over Den Protector, but likely not good enough. I could exert influence if I'm worried about my opponent trying to grind me out, but it seems very slow. I'll just play it like this. More lands than I'd like, but the spells are pretty good. I'm going to keep. Suppose case could be made this is more fetch lands than I want in this matchup. It's going to cost me a lot of life early. think I'm going to lose this game if my opponent has another good spell. Well, that turn was great for me. Wonder if this means land is coming. If that was just... No, that was just that. Oh, and now I drew Rhino. Alright, I no longer think I'm losing. I guess I should just play Jace. Let's see, if I get Sunken Hollow, I can Crackling Doom twice. And then the Mantis Rider's lethal. Alright. I drew pretty well there. Kept a lot of lands and then just drew a good curve of my best spells. But that's roughly what we're trying to do in that matchup. Just play some removal and then play the right kinds of creatures, vigilance and life draining, and put them on a short clock so they can't just draw enough burn to kill you. Yeah.